There are roads in India that lead to paradise. But some were carved with betrayal, blood, and chains. Wayanad's lush hills hold a secret few dare to speak of. This is the story of Karinthandan, the man who found a path and lost everything for it. Wayanad, a remote mystical district nestled in the western Ghats of Kerala. Centuries ago, this region was a labyrinth of thick forests, treacherous cliffs, and ancient tribal lands, untouched by roads and unknown to maps. Back then, the only ones who truly understood these hills were the tribal communities, especially the Paniyas. One among them was Karinthandan, a quiet man, strong, sharp, respected, a true son of the mountains. To the outside world, Wayanad was a mystery. But to Karinthandan, it was home. The 1700s. The British East India Company had begun spreading its roots across southern India. They wanted faster routes to move goods and troops between the coasts and the hills. And they had their eyes set on a route from Tamarassery to Wayanad. But every expedition failed. Rain, terrain, disease, and no maps. Until they heard about him, the tribal man who knew every trail, every tree, every river bend, Karinthandan. They approached him with promises, gifts, friendship. He agreed to help, unaware of what awaited him. Karinthandan led them through hills cloaked in mist, through dense rainforests where leopards roamed. He took them where no one had gone before, a shortcut through the mountain. That route would later be known as Tamarassery Churam, a major road that connects Wayanad to Kozhikode even today. But Karinthandan didn't get the credit, or the reward, or even a chance to live. According to legend, when the British realized they no longer needed him, they killed him. Some say they pushed him off a cliff. Some say they shot him silently in the forest. One thing is certain, he never returned. But something else did. Soon after Karinthandan's death, things began to change. Strange whispers haunted the forest. Travelers spoke of a ghostly figure, a man wandering the route. Guides would lose their way, horses would freeze, carts would overturn. Locals began to believe that Karinthandan's Atma, his soul, was trapped, angry, vengeful, cursed to roam the hills he once loved, now in chains of injustice. Priests and shamans were called, rituals were done, but the hauntings continued. Until one day, an exorcist from a nearby temple claimed he could trap the spirit. The exorcist performed a special ritual under a sacred tree near Lakiti, close to where Karinthandan was believed to have died. With chants and sacred oil, he claimed to bind the spirit using a massive iron chain nailed into the tree's trunk. And miraculously, the disturbances stopped. That tree still stands today. Locals call it the chain tree. Thick, rusted chains emerge from its bark, grown into the wood over time, as if nature itself accepted the punishment. Some say the spirit still resides there, silently watching the highway built on his betrayal. Years passed, but the tale of Karinthandan only grew stronger. People from the Pania community and nearby tribes began visiting the tree. They built a small shrine, placing stones, flowers, and offerings. Many believe Karinthandan should be honored, not feared. They see him as a martyr, a guide who opened the mountains to the world, but was never given justice. Some even call him Maymo, a revered name whispered across tribal lands in Kerala and parts of Coorg. To this day, buses and trucks passing the tree blow their horns as a sign of respect. Travelers stop to offer coconuts or light camphor. And children are told, never disrespect the chain or the man bound to it. But is he truly at peace? Chains can hold back spirits, but not stories. Some say Karinthandan's soul still walks the hills at night, protecting the land, warning those who dare exploit it again. The road may be modern, but beneath the asphalt lies a history written in blood, betrayal, and bound iron. The chain tree still stands near the hairpin bends of Lakiti, covered in vines and legends, a living monument to a forgotten hero, and a reminder that the past can never be buried completely. We may never know the full truth, but in Wayanad, everyone remembers the name Karinthandan. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to ATROZ Stories for more untold legends.